Hey guys, this is my first video in my All About series for my channel, Music Meister. As you can see, I have buffed it up. I added an intro and later at the end you'll see like a short outro. So, I'm gonna start on an All About series because Song Quiz, I don't know, it just wasn't that fun to make and it didn't turn out that well. So this is gonna be an All About video which is gonna be split into two parts because it's really long. Alright, first part will come out today as you're watching it, and next part should come out over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, basically a week from whenever I released my last video. Alright, so this video is all about Green Day. I had to pick them first. I mean, they're my favorite singer, so artist, so yeah. Anyways, let's move on. First of all, please comment, like, the usual, subscribe, and last but most, I'll just say that, last but, yeah, okay, highest priority is this one. Enjoy. Please enjoy this, and don't watch if you don't enjoy it, right? But enjoy it, please, right? So, what is a Green Day? Well, Green Day is a punk rock, punk pop band. You know, like those things that you call people who are goth or emo. Well, I think they fall into that category. So, punk rock, punk pop band, which originated in Oakland, California in 1987. The Oakland area. Like, some of the members came from a place called Rodeo, California. It's super close to Oakland. No, I think it's closer to Berkeley. But anyways, they on multiple sources they originate in Oakland. Anyways, so their current members are Billy Joe Armstrong. He's on vocals, lead vocals, and yeah, not all vocals, just he's on lead vocals, and does rhythm and lead guitar only while producing. When they're on shows, they have other touring members who, like, I think Billy Joe does rhythm live, and someone else does lead. Alright, so next we have Mike Dirnt. He plays bass, and he does backing vocals. Lastly, we have Trey. He does drums. And I think he also does backing vocals. They've released 13 studio albums, excluding the EPs, which they had at the beginning. Basically, ever since they've had a label with them, they've released these albums. And they've been together for 33 years. Now, where does that put them? That puts them at, they've been playing music and making music since 1987. That's impressive. I don't know. Try to name one band which has been together for that long. Alright, just try. I mean, 33 years. And let alone one that's been around since the 80s. I mean, wow. Alright, so now let's get into their albums. After the albums, that's where the first part ends. The second part will be the side projects, affiliations, all that good stuff. So, first album is called 1039 Smoothed Out Slappy Hours, or 39 Smooth. In fact, this is a compilation album from the year 1990 of 3 of their, I think they were EPs or LPs, I don't know. One of them is 39 Smooth, the other one is Slappy, and the other one is, I think, Smoothed Out. No, it's 1000 Smoothed Out Hours. Something along the lines of that. It's confusing. Alright, but for this one they had for this and the next one they had the record label Lookout Records. And fun fact about this is this is the only album which had their first drummer, whose name was John Kiffmeyer. He comes together every so often for a show. They bring John Kiffmeyer back for a show every so often, but their main drummer is Trey. Alright, so it's as I said, it's a compilation album. 1000 Hours and Slappy. And it's 56 minutes and 15 seconds. Also, it got a certification of a gold record. That's like a very high certification. I mean, like usually they get like a no certification. Basically, if you get a gold or platinum, your record is really good. This is Kerplunk. A lot of you may have played the game Kerplunk. You may have not. Anyways, maybe not, but yeah. Okay, so this is called Kerplunk. It's from 1991. This is not a compilation album, but it was on Lookout Records, and this was their first album with Trey on the drums. This was 33 minutes and 58 seconds, basically 34 seconds, and it was their very first platinum record. It was all this one called Dookie, like dog excrement. It was actually their last album on Reprise. So for those of you who don't know Green Day, this I will have to say is their most famous album. They've never been able to beat the popularity of this. Like, I don't know. The only one which came close is their 2004 album, which we'll talk about in 10 years. Joking. But yeah. So the reason it's called Dookie is because Mike Dirnt used to be, he used to imagine that dogs would take over the world. I mean, just seriously, like, look at that Dookie over here. Let me just grab my laser pointer. Dookie up here. Bad year. I don't know. I just had to point that out. One more thing. Over here, look at that monkey is holding something which I'm not allowed to say on this video. And it's like a question mark with throw. There's a dog over there. Dogs are everywhere in this one. So, yeah. This is their first and best album on the label Reprise Records. It is 39 minutes and 38 seconds. And it was their first and only album to ever hit 10x platinum. Basically, that's like one of the highest. I think it's basically a super high platinum. This was their first album which actually got on Billboard and spent 116 weeks on Billboard. It actually even also won a Grammy Award. It didn't ever hit #1, but it won a Grammy Award, so that was its best. Insomniac, like you can't sleep. That's what this album's called. Fun fact over here too, there's additional album art which has been released, which shows that this woman is actually holding a gun and holding someone's head. I know that's kind of creepy, but yeah. And that's a guitar in her hands. And violin, yeah. The album cover is kind of creepy for this one. Alright, so this is from 1995. It's, again, on Reprise. And it was 32 minutes and 49 seconds. And it got also platinum. It was a much lower platinum, 2x platinum, but it was still a really good record. My favorite song from this is Brains Stew. Like, first it was Green Day from the album 1039 Smooth, 39 Smooth, I'll just call it that. From 39 Smooth, that was the best one from there. Then, next one, in my opinion, is, after that was 2000 Light Years Away from Kerplunk. Then, Basket Case from Dookie, and finally, Brain Stew from this. Now let's move on. This is their album, Nimrod. If you have seen the show Seinfeld, or Seinfeld, I don't know how to pronounce it, you have heard a song from this album. The most famous song from this one is Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, from 1997. And again, it was on Reprise. So this one was a 49 minute and 9 seconds. It was their closest one to 50. And it was really good. I don't know how it got 2x platinum only, but it was really, really good. It's been... So now we go on to their lowest album, their first album, which didn't hit gold in all of their time on Reprise. First album. Later on, they would start to crash, chop, and burn, but this was their first album which didn't hit gold. It's called Warning, from the year 2000. Alright, so this one is 41 minutes and 14 seconds, and it was their first album which was gold certification. It's been... We'll get into my favorite album. Dookie comes close though. This is my favorite though. American Idiot. Like, Sure, in Warning we had Minority, which is one of their super famous songs. And like in Nimrod, we had Good Riddance, Time of Your Life. But American Idiot, oh ho ho, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Wake Me Up When September Ends, Jesus of Suburbia, Saint Jimmy, Holiday, American Idiot. That's actually a song. There's so many good. I could, I would probably name the whole track list for this before running out of good songs to say. Too Much Too Soon, She's a Rebel, What's Her Name? They're all so dang good. So this is from the year 2004. This was their second best album on Reprise. It was their closest to an hour so far. Their next album will be closer to 70 minutes. So this one was 57 minutes and 12 seconds. It was certified with 6x platinum. Really good. It got a Grammy Award, which I won't include here because of all the other stuff it won. There is literally no space for it to come. But they got a Grammy Award for this song too. They got nominated for this album and a lot of other albums, but they've only won on 3. They had 3 weeks on the chart as #1. So out of the 143 weeks they spent on the Billboard 200, they spent 3 weeks on those as #1. Next we have one of their biggest albums, 21st Century Breakdown. So good. I mean, over here we have 21 Guns. Again, the album title, 21st Century Breakdown, Know Your Enemy, etc., etc., etc. It's a really good album. Check it out on iTunes. I'll include the YouTube links in the description. So this is again on Reprise. This was 69 minutes and 16 seconds, and that's why it was tipping to 70. It was really good. Certification for this one was just regular platinum. It was good, but didn't come close to the other ones. It spent 38 weeks on the chart and 1 week on the chart as #1. Next, we're moving on to what some people consider Green Day's biggest failure. I disagree. The trilogy. So this one's called Uno, like Spanish número. Uno, as in uno, dos, tres. Uno. This is from the year 2012. Yeah, you see the big time jump. They don't release anything from 2004 to 2009. Then, no, 2005 to 2008, we're ghosted. Then we get something in 2009. 3 years later, we get 3 albums in 2012. This was all written in a span of 6 months. So this is not written. This was let out. They let out 3 albums in 6 months. This was the start of their decline on Reprise. So this was from 2012. It was 41-44, and its certification it didn't have one actually. Basically, it didn't make. I think you need like 5 million album sales or something like that. It's one ever. Next one is Dos. I think you can see where this is heading. Like previously we had Billy Joe on the cover. Now we have Mike Dirnt on the cover. So if you'll take a look, this is also from 2012. I mean, already 2 albums in a year. This is another one of this is part of their decline on Reprise. I can't say much good about that. Sure, I have favorite songs. Like from their previous album, I had Nuclear Family. From this one, I have Straight Heart. They're all really good. But for they could be better. So this was also a certification of none. It spent even less time on the chart. Actually, a really funny play on words. I'll give you a moment to guess. And when you are thinking think about the drummer, which I mentioned earlier in the video. What's his name? Well, this album is called Trey. The number is tres, but this is Trey. So this is also from 2012. It was released I think from August to December. This one was in December. Uno was in August, I think. Alright, so this is this is again on Reprise. And this was 46-35. My favorite from this one is Amanda. It's really good though. Actually, this also had a certification of 9 and spent even less time on the chart. Spent one of in my opinion, their best albums in the RIAA, basically the people who give the certification, it's worthless. And so is their opinion, in my opinion. I mean, seriously, Revolution Radio was one of the best albums written by Green Day. It comes in third for me. First being American Idiot, then Dookie, then Revolution Radio. I mean, over here we have Youngblood, Say Goodbye, what else? Oh, Bang Bang, Revolution Radio, the title. Usually, like, for their albums, a lot of times the titles are good. Like, the cover. Like, the cover song. They're really good. I don't know, but I really like this album. It was from 2016. Again, 4-year break. 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. We didn't get anything from 13, 14, 15. And finally we got something in, I think, September 16. So, this is also from Reprise. I don't know how this one did, but this deserves platinum. This was 44.29, and again, stupid RIAA, they got none. And as I'm writing, as the letters are saying here, it's none. Why? It was so damn good. It deserves platinum. It does, really. So now it spent exactly 16 weeks on the chart, but luckily it peaked out #1 for at least 1 week. Breaks. So this one is called Father of All Mother. Yep, you heard me right. Father of All. Yeah, what I can't say on TV. Well, not TV, but I can't say on YouTube. Otherwise, I think I have to rate this for like 18. Forget about that. But anyways, yeah, this is actually called that. This is actually the title. So, this is from 2020. Just let me point one thing out. We had 5 years in between American Idiot and 21st Century Breakdown. Then we had 3 years in between 21st Century Breakdown and Uno. Now notice that adds up to 8 years. So, and then we had No Time, forget about that. But after the trilogy, we had 4 years in between that and Revolution Radio. Now we had 4 years in between Revolution Radio and Father of All, what I'm not allowed to say. So, this is their most recent album. It just came out in February, 5 months ago. We're expecting another album this year. It's a mystery album that Billy Joe's been suggesting. So, in my opinion, this is like the biggest troll that Green Day has done so far. It's 26 minutes and 12 seconds. I think an album has to be above 20 minutes, I think. Something like that. But I honestly think that this was just to troll Reprise. Because they signed them, Reprise signed them for I think like an 11 or so album contract, and this is their last album left on their contract. So, I mean, I like, honestly, the quality, it could be better. It could have been better. I mean, like, the album art is kind of repetitive, because, you might have noticed, American Idiot's album art looked kind of like this, so I'm just gonna whip out my laser pointer. Look up here. So, American Idiot's logo was a hand holding a grenade, which looked like a heart. Now we see the wrist and part of the thumb, and it looks like a grenade. It seriously looks like a troll. I think they're gonna come out after this, after their contracts. Now that their contract is ended, I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out with a lot more music, and it's gonna be as good as Revolution Radio, American Idiot, Dookie. Well, maybe that's pushing it, but Revolution Radio minimum. So this has certification of NA. I don't know. I guess they haven't gotten around to rating it, or maybe it didn't even get a certification because it was in the RIAA's worthless opinion. So damn bad. It was really good though. Like, it only spent 1 week on the Billboard chart, and it didn't even peak there. Peaked for 1 week at #1 on the top rock albums. I don't know. That's like, I don't know. That's kind of sad, honestly. But it's a good album. Like, there's oh yeah, exclamation. Then there's one of the songs is literally Father of All, and it doesn't have the curse word in it. Then there's also Meet Me on the Roof, I Was a Teenager, etc., etc., etc. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy. And just let me know how it was. Give me some feedback, please, in the comments. All right, thank you.